And now, the Purple Room.
Welcome into the Purple Room podcast. I'm Patricia Caputo. He's David Bartholomew, and we are so back. And David, you got your on-the-clock win.
Oh, yeah.
You're locked in. I'm happy for you.
Nah, come on. I don't want to hear all that junk, bro. Come on. You want to talk about you happy for me now after you won and everything.
Yeah,
you wasn't even
much.
talking like that before, but
you don't understand what I had to go through.
It was a good win. Had people questioning me like, oh, did you guys rig this? Nah, I fought.
Really?
I
You were
fought tooth
questioning?
and nail. Like my football team, the Giants. Just got to always bring them up. Because you know what? Even if we going to go down with the ship, we going to get a culture win. Always got to take one of them culture wins, show you that we still in here.
You mean the win that loses the draft pick?
What are you talking about?
That's not the best comparison.
Why are you always looking for the negative? You was looking to be a cloud over my sunshine just now. You bring it up.
I
you set me up and everything. You knew I was going to talk about it, and then you rained on me.
On your win, I did not. I'm happy for you personally, but for the New York Giants, yes, I'm going to rain on their parade. I'm happy for you.
We're not even going to start with the Cowboys. I don't even know what y'all been up to. I ain't gonna
nothing.
lie.
That's literally nothing.
I'm not going to lie. I don't know what nobody's been up to. I've not been on
You're
my
busy.
sports grind at all.
Okay.
I'm just not interested in sports like that this week.
Just
I
this
hope
week?
it's not forever because I do love sports, but
Have you tried the Masters?
nah.
You should. Have you watch it ever?
Nah.
It's really peaceful. It's kind of like the NFL Combine, where it's very quiet.
Very
I mean,
chill.
there's a lot of rules in the Masters. You can't bring your phone. I would love to just be connected from the world. You have to leave in your car? You think you could do it?
Pause. No. Why?
Why? You're enjoying. You're in a
Why can't I enjoy
space.
my phone? Why I gotta take my phone?
Because they don't really get with the times.
Are they gonna let me know if somebody texts me?
No. Well,
So why you got my
do you need
phone?
your you are like a 20
The world,
year-old guy.
This ain't like the 70s no more, bro. Like, the world runs on technology.
have
You
phone-
take my phone, you essentially cut
They
me
don't
off from the
take
rest
your
of the
phone,
world.
but you have to leave it in your car. You have to leave it somewhere, or you'll get kicked
I have
out.
to.
Well, you're gonna get kicked
They
out.
take it
if
out. They kick you
They
out.
got
Yes.
payphones if you got to make a call.
And that's the hardest ticket in
What?
sports.
Payphone? What? Come on.
You can't disconnect from your phone.
I'm
a
not.
day.
Look, there ain't no problem if you saying don't be on your phone. Like
But
have
could
some
you do that?
respect. Don't
How
be
many
on
people
it.
could do that?
I put my phone in my pocket for sure. Last night I lost my charger. I mean, I went to sleep with no phone last night. It was dead, and I didn't have a backup. I bought a charger when I got on campus. But you're not gonna tell me leave my phone in the car. What if an emergency happens? Nobody knows because I wanted to go watch
Okay, but,
two random
okay.
guys hit a.
Okay,
play
wait.
golf. I
They're
love
not
golf.
random. They're not
I
random.
love golf. I like golf, but
And
still,
there's
I'm
more
saying.
than two.
I'm saying you can have
Okay,
your
but
phone on you.
David,
That's like saying, you can't have your phone on you during
But
during like a tennis match.
theoretically-
Tennis is another quiet sport that you can have your phone
But
on. You don't want it
theoretically-
ringing.
David, theoretically, like, you have no kids. You're not married. Like, you don't have a house and
Yeah,
responsibility.
but
So, like,
obviously-
what big event is going to happen that theoretically cannot
Emergencies
wait?
happen all the time. What you mean can't wait? What if somebody's dying? What if somebody you know is dying? Yo, Trish, I need you right now. I cannot breathe. You're the only one who can save me.
And they know
And you're on you.
Okay, my thing with this, my thing with that, they know you're going to be at the Masters. If I know my grandpa's
man.
going to the Masters, I'm not calling him if I'm dying.
I'm still calling
I'm going to
him.
say, Grandpa's at the Masters. Let me go
Grandpa to have
next.
his phone on him. I'm
Next.
expect Grandpa to know.
Okay, because Grandpa's not on his phone. He's at the Masters. You're not going to like go to the Masters and not tell anybody unless you had an extra ticket.
Grandpa,
and didn't.
this ain't-
like they're going
this
to know
ain't
you're
the
at the Masters. They're going to be
60s.
like, let me make a smart decision. And like, odds are, if you have somebody who's sick, you're going to know like maybe this isn't the best time to go to the
But
Masters.
you don't know. It could be. I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but they're not going to call
It could
you
be
and be
spontaneous.
like,
How you
I'm
know they're not
dying.
gonna call me? How you know they're not gonna call
Maybe they should
you?
call an ambulance first. Like, I'm just saying, if people are like, I'm at the Masters. I mean, and I think my argument with this is until 2005 or 7, when like the BlackBerry came out, no one had this instant like, I need help. Now we just live in a world where it's like, if you don't have your phone, you're a bad person because you missed something. Like, people
Yeah.
lived like this until 15 years ago, 20 years
listen,
ago. But
hear me
now
out.
we're bad people.
Hear me out.
Thousands of years we weren't bad people. Now we're bad people.
If you were bleeding out 100 years ago, you couldn't call nobody yet, but you just stayed there bleeding out. You couldn't call the ambulance either.
You
I mean, I'm
scream.
happy we got
You
phones
scream.
now. I don't want to scream. You're bleeding out and you're screaming. Of course they wasn't.
Don't. Oh wait.
Just
what
die.
are the
Just
odds?
die.
Okay.
then.
Actually, this is
That's
actually wait.
so unnecessary. That's so much extra work.
Actually,
on you.
this
You're probably
is
gonna die fast.
This is a very good example on why you scream. I was walking home at night the other day, so what do? I call my friends. Well, my friends live 1,000 miles away, and they're on the phone with me, and they're like, so if you get, I'm like, you stay on the phone so you don't get kidnapped, whatever. I feel like people are less likely to kidnap you if they know that you're talking to someone. So I'm like, I don't think anyone's going to mess with me, but just stay on the phone. They got to a point where they were like, well, what am I supposed to do if someone snatches you up right now? I was like, call the police, what? And they were like, I don't even call Domino's. And I was like, are you guys seriously going to fight over who's going to call the police? Like, are you serious right now? And they were like, well, we don't know where you are. Like, what are we supposed to say? Like, you're by LSU's kid. Like, what? You put the pieces together.
Okay, now listen. Do they have your location? Your
Well, I sent it to them after they said all of this.
So now imagine you was at the...
But it doesn't matter now.
I don't
it was
want
like
to speak in the air, but God forbid you didn't have a phone. How is they gonna find your location? But because you got a phone,
they wouldn't even call. They're saying how they're like, oh, I'm not calling the police. I'll leave Cam to do that. They're gonna rock paper scissors over who calls the police as I get snatched up. I'm gonna be out of Baton Rouge by then.
I think the phone is pretty useful. I'm just saying.
It's a nice thing to have, but what I'm saying, you're in a section at the Masters where you don't need a phone. Like,
it's just like
all on TV.
It's just like going on any other vacation. Like if you're on vacation,
vacation on my phone.
But I'm saying if you're on vacation, somebody back home is not gonna call you for help because they know you're on vacation.
And
like what are you gonna do for them?
If you're in a different state, I'm gonna say call the police. Bye. Like, what can I do? Like, seriously, what can I do? You know what I mean? I can call somebody else who's in town, but you should have just called that person in the first place.
Do you not think it's outdated to not have your phone?
No, I don't panic when people don't text me for a little bit. I panic if it's 24 hours, but like I can probably, you're right, I can see the location, which is nice when my sister doesn't answer me. I'm like, all right, she's fine. She's sleeping.
The point is that
it ain't about panicking and not. You don't gotta be scared when you're at the PGA.
Masters.
I'm just saying.
The point is that it's outdated.
Stop me from bringing my phone in.
The whole point of the Masters is that it's outdated. The food's very cheap, except the beverages. I think they were like
they're like
$6,
average, yeah.
They're average, but the food has not increased in price. But also, you can't be loud, so I don't.
You can get a barbecue sandwich for $3.
That's what I mean. Like you're eating good. This is like
pimento cheese sandwich, $1.50.
Can I take a picture of it?
Okay, so
it sounds great. It really do sound great. But I don't carry cash. I need an Apple Pay. That's number one. Number two, like, what are we doing? So
this is the
if this is so outdated, you know what?
This is
maybe
awesome.
that's why I don't watch the Masters, because I don't even want to start to try to.
You don't hear Jim Nance's voice and just hear peace. It's peaceful though.
No, I
not saying
might
about
slap
going
it on
back.
the TV though, but I'm saying in
it's peaceful.
person I can't, bro. In person, come on.
But you get to witness greatness, and you don't need your phone to record that because there's YouTube.
No, you don't. You don't need your phone. But I'm saying
you want it.
I still want my phone.
So if you ever get a ticket to the Masters, can you just give it to me?
I will. I'll give them away.
But you can't scalp it. That's actually, you can get arrested for that outside, just so you know.
You can't, what?
Like scalp tickets, like who wants a ticket? Who wants a ticket? They arrest you. There's like 24 people who have been arrested, I've heard. Yep, so don't do that.
What can you do here? Just let me know, like, what do you do besides shut up and watch? Like, this is the most dehumanizing fan experience ever. You truly sit there and you know, like,
well, most people stand.
Like a good boy, you just sit there and you take it. You just shut up and, like,
it's the hardest ticket in sports for a reason.
The hardest ticket?
Ever. You're on lists for decades.
Well, how long is the...
you have to enter a lottery to get tickets.
Like, okay, but you can't, like, buy one if you're, like, stinking rich?
No, you have to win the lottery.
It's one of the things that are found.
Anybody can start? Like, anybody?
Yeah, anybody can enter.
Yeah, my grandpa's been on it for decades.
Oh, decades?
Decades.
So it's like it's a queue.
Yeah.
Not even a queue. It's like pure luck. There's there's people who get in on their first try. There's people who wait 10 years to get tickets.
But once you put your name in, you're in the system.
Yeah, you're in the system.
You're just waiting now.
Yeah.
All right, so now I might throw my name in there because who knows? 50 years
You're
from now,
ridiculous.
when I don't need my phone anymore, when I don't care about it anymore, I might be chilling. I might have my little open toe sandals. I might have my utility belt on. Like,
wait,
I might even bring a notebook. Like, I might be like an extra caddy. Like, I'm writing notes for the guy. Like, he's looking at the crowd. I'm like, hey.
He's gonna show up in the white caddy suit with like Masters on it. That's like a knockoff from Amazon.
I don't even know anything. I'm like, you need to use your 9 drive. Like, I don't know. I'm just saying stuff. Like, I'm just throwing stuff out there. I've only been to Top Golf once. Top
Golf's fun.
I was hitting though. I ain't gonna lie. You can throw me with the best right now, cause I swear I hit one out the park. It might have hit somebody's window dead here. I heard a crack, but that's how powerful it was.
Hey, golf is fun. I'm gonna get good at it, cause you know the good thing about golf is that you can do it for the rest of your life. It's not like there's a stopping point.
Yo, there's a dude in my class, speaking of golf. He literally bought a golf set this morning. In my class, I was looking at his computer. He bought it for $559.
That's actually pretty cheap.
Oh, my.
Yeah,
that's actually really cheap. Where did he buy this from?
That's good?
Yes. Yeah, let me know where he got it from.
Yeah, where he get a discount?
Give me the money. I can make you some clubs. I can literally go find, like, a piece of metal and, like, heat it up and bend the corner and everything. Bro, $559.
That's cheap, bro.
I was like,
is he a righty?
That's money I could use right now. You just in class, 9 in the morning, just all right, it's be here next. It'll be here tomorrow.
You gotta do tea times, man. You need the peace. I went golfing the other day.
Lord, bro, I went to the driving range.
That is funny though. He's just really into the master spirit. He's like enjoying the master so much he's buying golf clubs.
He's probably never played a day in his life.
Yeah, inspired.
What class was this?
Yo, so you know what? This is my communication studies class in the morning. But you know what? Maybe the masters do inspire people then, because they inspire, bro, to just
inspire me. Jordan Spieth, that was my everything in an athlete. I was like, Jordan Spieth, I want you to win for the rest of your life. And then I'll never forget when I was with my dad and my sister, and I think my grandma was in town, and I watched him choke in the Masters after I watched him win the year before, I believe it was. And then he just choked, and he's never been the same since. But I still have faith in Jordan.
I definitely want to play more. I'm going to play more golf this summer.
I'm
not buying no $500.
No, you can rent them.
I go to the thrift store and just get like the little random clubs.
A lot of people do.
It's not bad.
Yeah,
you could, and the LSU golf course, like they'll supply you clubs too if you don't have them. So if
I enjoy it, then I'll pick it up. Then I'll start like investing in some pieces. But like same time, golf, I do believe it's like a leisure sport. Like I feel like you could go out there and like ease your mind with the boys, maybe just hit the range. But like, you know, I gotta ease into it first. I gotta see how I'm feeling with it. I like tennis a lot. Tennis is my thing. Tennis is my shtick.
Yeah, I think you.
Tennis is my white man sport. All right, you can only have a couple. Just kidding, guys. Golf is for everybody. Tiger Woods is like nice.
He is.
He's pretty good. Remember when they hated him because he cheated on his wife, but still, they acted like he killed somebody. Oh my god!
Did you see that TikTok too? Because I saw this girl who was
What'd she say? She said something.
I thought when Tiger Woods cheated on his wife that he like committed a heinous crime that he was going to be in jail for the rest of his life because it was so shocking. But the thing about Tiger Woods is he was like America's sweetheart. You know, it was like this guy is one of the greatest to ever do it. Like he's up there with like, you know, the greatest golfers ever, and then he does that, and then his wife chasing him out with a golf club. So like it was a lot. But now he ruptured his Achilles. The poor guy, he's going through.
Now that's obviously don't be cheating, guys. But yo, you would have thought Tiger was on the run, had 5 stars in GTA. Like
he kind of was. That girl came out with that golf club.
But that's the thing about listen, the power of the media,
fame. I mean,
fame,
if you're gonna be in the spotlight.
It's going to come with some heat.
You either get a Ken doll or you get chased out of the house with a golf club. Your choice.
Hey, bro.
LeBron got a Ken doll.
Shout out Bron getting a Ken doll.
You getting the Ken doll?
First athlete to get a Ken doll.
I think he's the first
first male athlete
to
get be in the Barbie series. Which like I don't know much about the Barbie lore. If there's any Barbieists who could explain, but
I wish my sister was here. But I don't know how many. He's definitely the first man. I don't know how many female athletes have there. I don't know.
I think there's been a couple.
There has been Barbie female athletes. Yeah. There's definitely a Taylor Swift Barbie doll. Right. I know that, and I'm sure there's like other celebrity Barbie dolls. But
shout out Braun, man. Let's just.
Are you getting it?
Yo, he's 40. Like still youthful enough to have a whole like doll made out like an action figure. It's an action figure, bro. Cause like you could dunk with it.
It's not
like you could probably there's probably a cord in the back. You pull it and he's
there's no cord in the back. Yo. This is not Toy Story.
Man, Barbie, if y'all need some creative vision on how to make maybe a Braun series, we can make some volumes of the Braun, some maybe expansion pieces. We could get like a jacket you could put on the Braun. Maybe you got a basketball he's holding like that. Maybe a taco for Taco Tuesdays, and you can use that as a decoration. You can put the taco, like Braun with the taco, in the middle of the table, like before every Taco Tuesday.
Yeah.
And have the family still like.
Are you getting a
Nah, I'm
LeBron
not gonna get one.
You're not.
No.
So I will ask you, since I feel like you have a lot of friends who also consider LeBron to be, I'll just say their
obviously.
favorite, but like also it's more than that now. Their favorite person on earth. Nobody could be better. Maybe you don't want to bring your phone to the Masters because you think LeBron might like DM you on Instagram. I feel like
That's
you
always
probably
a
have,
possibility,
you know other guys like this. So, do you know other
I don't know
grown
anybody
men
else
who
who's
are
gonna
getting
get
a
a-
Ken doll?
no.
Because I feel like the reality is it's not going to be little kids who are like, "Ooh, I have to add this to my Barbie collection." It's going to be like grown men who are making these songs. Or do they love LeBron?
Hate on the songs.
Wait,
Whoa,
no.
how did the
Wait,
songs get a part of this?
listen to what I'm about to say.
Whoa.
Or do they love LeBron so much until money has to come out of their pockets? Then that's where they draw the line.
Yeah, I mean, I can't speak for everybody. There's definitely some toy collectors out there who they gonna get the Braun. Some other people might just get it because like that's Braun, bro. And why is it so crazy? That's what I gotta ask you. What's different than copping a fresh pair of Jordans, or
Because you
like,
can wear them.
you can play with the Braun toy. Why are you devaluing it? Why are you devaluing what somebody might experience from it?
If you
You just walk with shoes. Nobody really. You just walk with
just
them.
walk?
You just play with the toy.
You mean the things that I use to get to class and to eat?
You get to
do
class
things?
with your feet. You get to class with your feet. The shoes help you. The shoes protect you.
Would you walk around barefoot in Baton Rouge?
Oh hell yeah, bro!
You would
Who's the Buffalo?
you
Who's the
crazy?
Buffalo Bills receiver that does
doesn't
it?
even equate.
He's
That
grounded,
man-
and you know what? I
Matt
respected
Collins,
it.
right?
Matt Collins.
Yes, but that does not equate to Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
I'm from
I don't
Brooklyn.
I don't even.
It's the same type of
Would
dirty
you
for
walk
real.
barefoot there?
I would
No,
walk
you wouldn't.
barefoot anyway.
No, you would not.
If I had to, like, is there an objective for the rest of my life?
Would you like? Would
Listen,
you
look,
if
look,
you
look.
were dared to
Would I-
walk
would I-
barefoot on Highland Road by like the Chimes and Raoul's and all the way
If
down
I was
to
there
like?
to,
I guess I don't know. I don't know how you.
I'm not gonna
phrase-
get sick off my feet. Like I feel like I could just wash my feet
if
in
you
the
have a
shower
cut,
after.
You get a staph infection.
You might step on a needle out there.
Yeah, you don't know what's out there.
Bro,
the
nah,
things I have
bro, come
seen,
on.
I don't ever want to see again.
We gotta be observing what we stepping
But
into.
see, that's
I
you
got
don't
some
have to
pretty
do
good
that with
stepping
shoes.
too. Like I be watching like my steps because I make sure not to step on no cracks either. So
My cousin's friend
get
is
some
like
flow
that.
with it.
Like my cousin's friend, I've seen that kid wear shoes one time, and it was when we went to the bar. And like I've seen him in every season, never seen him with
this
shoes.
is down south, man. People be walking. I be seeing people with no shoes just
We
chilling.
barely have grass in Baton Rouge.
It was
like,
pouring. It was like pouring to the point where it was flooding in certain parts of campus, and I was seeing dudes with open-toe sandals. So like, I'm not crazy. If somebody dared me to walk,
All right, what about New
across the
Orleans?
street, I'll take my shoes
What
off.
about New Orleans? Like Bourbon Street.
I'm not licking it. Like that's the thing. I'm not licking it. I'm not touching it. I'm not laying down in this. I'm not like sweltering in it. I'm stepping in it, and I'm washing my feet when I get home.
Yeah, but you
really
gotta
don't
get
know.
into your house.
I don't look at the bottom of my feet. I never really look at my soles.
Like, I'm all for, I understand what Matt Collins says about going barefoot, because I think at the end of the day, it is good for you, and it is good for your feet. Like, a lot of people have
Yeah,
foot problems because they wear the wrong shoes, and they're not supportive enough. But at the end of the day, I'm not walking barefoot in Baton Rouge.
Listen,
like,
you
I have my
go barefoot in
standards.
your backyard or something.
Backyard's great, like, but I'm not even going barefoot in the backyard of my apartment. Like, they don't have grass. You don't see grass until you get the parade grounds. Where
That's
do
kinda true.
you know what I mean? Like, you don't see grass in Baton Rouge.
But you know what? You gotta try it out. Hit the parade grounds. Take your shoes off.
That's fine. That's
Walk
fine.
around.
I feel like that's fine if you want to take your shoes off on the parade grounds. But again, Highland, I'm a pass.
But anyways, that whole point
Yeah,
was
what are we
to
talking
say.
about?
That whole point was to say, if you play with a toy one time, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with these toy collectors for getting a toy Braun?
Nothing. But I don't know how much it costs either, because that I think would justify how much. Like, is this going for more than $100?
I just don't have no need for a collection, and I don't really like at the stage I'm at in my life, I don't like spending money for no reason. I'm not even
Right.
going out this weekend because
Whoa.
I kind of just want to go to free parties now. We're in a
Whoa.
recession, fellas. I don't know. I don't know if we're in it anymore.
I think
heard
we've
the
been in a
tariffs are paused or
recession,
something,
honestly.
but Yo,
Are you investing in stocks?
I don't know. I don't think so. I might
should.
have a couple bucks in some. But listen,
This might be the best time for us.
yeah, I have to because
If
I
I
need to
did
make
it-
some money so I go to these parties.
If I did it in 08, I could have had a house by now.
Woo! What was I doing in 08? Silly me. I was on my like PlayStation.
Learn how to talk.
Or like I was
No,
4
you
years
weren't.
old. I was in preschool.
Just
instead
saying.
of
Learning the English language
instead of investing
like
in Bitcoin.
doing stocks. That's what I mean. This is where we messed up in life. Like we should have thought it out, but we didn't.
I could have been an ad. Like, I should just stuck to like a sport. I should have been like Ja Morant. I should have went to the league and then got in a whole bunch of trouble for all the gestures. I'm telling you right now, if I was in the NBA, they might have just blackballed me. They would have kicked me out because Ja Morant throwing up the gun and the bomb. Oh, I would have done that every single
But he didn't do
3-point
the
shot.
gun now,
Every
though.
3-point shot I did, I would have threw a bomb
But
in
he
the crowd.
only did the grenade now. Right?
Yeah, no, this time he just did the grenade. But last week or something, he did the. He pointed a gun at like somebody on the Warriors.
Yeah, but he got fined for that. They
$75,000.
That's nothing to him. But like they did.
But $75,000
him,
is something.
They did tell him like, hey, don't do this. And then he did it again.
So what?
Well, I
The
mean,
whole league got gun analogies.
but maybe if he
Austin
didn't
Reeves'
go
nickname
to
is
court,
AR-15.
Maybe if he didn't go to court for the possibility of like pulling a gun out on someone, it would have been a different.
You pull a gun out on somebody? That's different.
Yeah, it wasn't like a
It
kid.
was a 17-year-old. And
You pull
like,
a kid out on
granted, the
somebody-
17-year-old, I think, also.
That's
probably
judicial. You
threatened
keep
him,
that judicial. But you seriously gonna tell me this is a problem?
I think it's a problem with him.
Is
doing
Ja
it.
Wick about to come light somebody up?
I think.
I mean,
I
for
think
real.
it's because of what had happened to him and what he went to court
Okay,
for.
but this is what I've been thinking too. If that's a problem, then we need to fix the league completely. Then we can't call Austin Reeves AR-15. Kevin Porter Jr., Mikal Bridges or whatever. Not Mikal Bridges. Who's the one on the
I'm sure he has
on the
some nicknames.
Hornets?
Miles Bridges.
Miles Bridges. Like, get them out the league. Then investigate them. Then
Well,
investigate
I think
everything
he
else.
should be
If Ja Morant doing some emotes is the biggest problem that we got right now, then you got to get at everything. Because I feel
think
like
that's
it's
what
not
they're trying
that
to
big
do,
of a
though.
deal. And I feel like even with the NFL, like banning the slime and stuff, none of it seems that important to me. And them saying like, oh, there's gun awareness, it's gun safety. Sure. Then enforce it for everybody. I feel like
Yeah.
the media and like the league and stuff, they do this every now and then when they find one person and they really get at you. And then we're going to come back years down the line and be like, they really blew out of proportion the Ja Morant thing.
Well,
what he did in the club, whatever, with a little 17-year-old,
I don't think
you
it was
should
in the
go
club.
get in
I don't-
trouble
it
for
wasn't
that.
in the club. I think they were, if
wherever
I'm
it
not
is.
mistaken, they were playing basketball.
If it was at I'm pretty sure it was
And
something like that, whatever.
I think this kid might have either pulled out a gun or had something, maybe not. But then apparently Ja Morant pulled out a gun. Is that what happened? Or like threatened to shoot him or something?
But is that why he's in trouble? Is my
Well,
thing.
that
Like,
he went to court for that.
Exactly.
Didn't you see that video where they were like, "Are those chains real?" And he was like, "I'm a millionaire." And then there was some like edit about it,
honestly
which
don't
like it's not
remember.
funny. But he was asked that in court and everything. So like he actually had to go to court for this issue, and I'm pretty sure he had to act it out like with the handgun and everything with the lawyer. Like it was a whole thing. It was a very big thing. And
He
I think
punched a 17-year-old.
Oh, he did punch him. Okay. So, but there was a gun involved, I thought. Like, the kid didn't have a gun or something or threaten him or anything? Because I
trying
thought
to
that's
find
at
out.
least what Ja was saying. Like, I thought Ja was saying, this kid threatened my life, which resulted in him punching. But he did. I thought he pulled a gun out on someone, too, or no? There wasn't a gun involved at all? Okay, so maybe I'm just making that up. And
in
that's
the
my
words
bad.
of Cameron, I know that he pulled a gun out on IG Live. Pulling a gun out
Okay,
on
maybe
IG
that's what
Live,
I'm confusing.
I feel like is a lot more minor than if what you say is true. If he pull out a gun on a kid, you should get in trouble for that. Obviously, that should
Yeah.
be handled by the law and stuff like that. But like the gestures and then people going on the media be like, "Hey, just don't learn. Look at this thug doing thug things again." He's, to my knowledge, he's not in jail right now. He never killed nobody. His own pops came out and said he's not a thug. You could check his background. I mean, he's not a thug. So if him throwing up the guns instantly makes him a thug and stuff, and him playing basketball, because I know all the time when you play basketball, you make a shot, boom, you yell, you say bang, like you, blah, like you shoot, you do something,
yeah.
you do something because you're shooting. I'm a shooter, but like when people start trying to take things too critical, it's always with a certain type of athlete. They always try to hyper analyze everything, but they let everything else slide in the league, and I don't like that at all. Because in the words of Killer Cam, I'm with all the buffoonery, to say it in a nice way. I'm with all of that. Because this is a sport. This is the place where you get to actually take all of that stuff out, and regardless of how people feel about and the guns and the thug and all the gestures, in some communities, that's common. That's how you grew up, right? And if you get to be on a court or on a field, and if that's the safest place you could do this, if that's the safest place you could do that, if that's the safest place you could, then do that. And it's in a controlled environment. He's not going out of his way and saying, go pick up a gun and go shoot somebody after you shoot a three-pointer. He's like,
right.
Bang, boy, I just hit that three in your face. You sorry.
I think the biggest thing is that everybody sees it nowadays. This happened with a college kid, too, where I think he went to third base and then did some things with his nose and stuff. You can look at the video, but people freaked out about that. The kid had, a notes app apology. But I think the biggest thing was that Ja Morant, this guy, only your team would see that for the most part. And then maybe the local paper would report on it 30 years ago, which is also, why I think Michael Jordan got away with saying, this guy said this about me, and this guy said that, and then none of it was true. Because only the local paper reported on it, and then maybe the few, ESPNs of the world. Now, the problem is that the 12-year-old and the 4-year-olds who have social media and iPads and everything see this every single day. Now, is that a parent's responsibility? Yes, probably. But also, there's social media that's absolutely out of control that anybody can have right now, and everybody sees it. So not only are you getting the opinions of your city or your town, you're getting the opinions of, there's 8 billion people on Earth, so everyone who has social media, which is most of the United States, if you're talking about the NBA, which I think that is the biggest problem, where, now it's on Barstool, it's on whatever, everything, which it's more than just, you.
I think... And I think kids are, obviously, you don't want to be promoting a bad message. But the league isn't sending these messages. It's an individual player who's doing something. Ja's young, dumb. He's made mistakes in the past. He's going to make some more mistakes. I'm not even trying to say this is the most appropriate gesture to do after you make a score, or throwing a bomb is the most appropriate, but I'm saying it's a non-issue. And, this kind of encapsulates how I feel about sports media, and why I honestly just don't really care about watching sports anymore, because it's always a story besides the game, which could be cool sometimes, but it's all negativity. It's all randomness. I don't think Ja doing this was going to make the 12-year-old emulate it. I think everybody talking about it like it's the next coming of, the worst thing on earth is what's going to kind of draw that kid to do that. Because when I was 12 and my mom didn't let me play GTA or Call of Duty because she said it was too graphic, I was like, I'm not stupid. I'm not going to go and get a semi-automatic rifle and spray up the block because I play some Call of Duty. I'm not finna, walk into a strip club at 12 years old because I got GTA. It's the way we talk about these things that makes the problem.
There's a fine line.
Case, yeah. Hopefully he gets out of that. I know Luka, he returned to Dallas, and that was a little emotional. I did see a video on Instagram of him, crying on the bench, which is...
Yeah, I think that was actually torture, in my opinion, to do that for him. He's 3 years older than us, and I just think it's torture. I mean, I understand that they had to do it, but...
He is young. It do hurt, I guess.
I think it's just hey... We pretty much traded you when you didn't want to be traded. You thought you were going to be here forever, and now let's torture you with a thanks for everything you did. Sorry we had to trade you.
Luka, cheer up. You with Bron. You know how I would my tears would have stopped 30 seconds in. I would have had 30 seconds of tears when they traded me. I would say, we with Bron. We get in the chip. We get in the chip, bro. See ya. Bye, Dallas. What the hell? I'm going to L.A. L.A. used to be the spot. I'm going to L.A., baby. 2016. We back. 2016 LA.
Yeah, it used
Clubhouse.
to be the spot. That's the problem. It used to be the spot. I wouldn't want to be in LA right now. I'd want to win with the team that I was drafted on, the team that I love.
I agree. It do hurt, but I'm saying, cheer up, Luka.
I don't think Bron.
You a month in. Stop crying now. You balling now. You're a baller,
yeah,
Luka.
Luka, don't have feelings.
No, you can have feelings, but you gotta remember. Just remember something, Luka. They traded you. You should be angry. You should be pissed. Because if I was Luka,
And I'm
even
sure
if I'm crying, my
it's like 10
hands
steps.
bald. I'm looking for Nico. Every three I bang.
Moving on.
Let's go! Y'all traded me?
Yeah, they won.
Crazy.
I mean, they won. So, whatever. I guess he got his revenge. They know.
The Lakers show continue.
Yeah.
I'm not a Lakers fan, but I'm a LeBron fan, so I'm a Lakers fan.
It's even worse. That's a conversation for another day. Anyway,
wow.
It is. I can't do the just skip to whatever.
I can't do the LeBron rage bait. All right.
It's not LeBron. It's the skipping. I just go wherever this player goes. All right. Okay. That's fine. That's fine.
He got traded.
Luka?
Luka got traded.
Yeah, Luka got traded, but whatever. We're moving on.
Okay, I was just saying.
We're moving on. Everyone got traded. It's very sad. Luka, suck it up, according to David, and we're going to move on. And talking about deserted islands. We actually weren't talking about deserted islands. We were talking about not having your phone at the Masters.
Yeah.
So let's take it a next level. On the clock, if you were on a deserted island, top 5 things you would bring. Will David pick his phone? We'll find out.
Okay.
I believe David is up first, right?
David can be up first. I think, whatever. I don't care. It doesn't matter. David is also doing ballet, just so you know. Was I allowed to say that?
Yeah, we can say it. That's official reveal. David is going to be doing ballet as his punishment
I don't mind.
for losing on the clock.
I'm horrible. You'll probably be better than me.
I'm pretty good at what I do, so I might be nice. Who knows?
You'll be good. You'll be fine.
All right, number 1 pick. I'm on a deserted island. 5 things I could bring. Despite what you was going, I mean, it could be anything, like, or can it be stuff we can carry?
Anything that you're on a deserted island, whatever you want. I mean, what are you thinking? Like, I'm trying to figure out where you're going with this.
Because I'm like, we could get like we could get fantasy with this. Like, I bring a cell phone tower.
That's crazy.
I mean, I'll allow it. But it's not like you can just leave the island. Like, you're on the island.
Let me see. I can make my own cell phone tower. I'm thinking about what I would want, like, first. Like, what is the most essential thing I need?
You're completely alone. Is that right?
Yes.
Give me a truck. I want a truck. I almost cursed. I want a fudging truck.
You can race? Is that what you'll do?
No, man, I'm off-roading it. What? I'm on a deserted island. You think I'm just going to be sitting out there with all types of animals ready to eat me when I go to sleep? Nah, I'm locking the door. They don't even like animals don't even like getting too close to a truck. You running back. Get out of here. I got the real horsepower.
How you going to get gas?
How am I going to get gas? I'm on an island. I'm finna start digging. We going to hit oil somewhere. What? I'm on an island, bro. I might make some water-based gas, but, you know, Deep State watched this now, ever since we talked about shrinkflation.
Yeah,
so
be careful.
I'm not even finna get into that.
You're right. They might come after you.
Deep State, I do not know how to make it.
Okay. Wow. You threw me for a complete loop. Because I was going to be like a book. I was like about to be like, I got some reading I need to catch up on. But, okay, I'm going to go essential for this because I did not think about the animals, but I did think about the fish. So give me a fishing pole so then I can make a fire and create. Yeah, give me a fishing pole.
All right, give me a hunting rifle.
Okay.
Give me your finest hunting
That's valid.
rifle.
That's valid, actually. I personally would make a bow and arrow. I feel like I'd be able to make that on the island. There has to be some sort of wood or something. Where
I want the rifles from like World War II days, like the bayonet attached.
They were horrible.
Like, I'm out like gun jam. You gotta get ready, bro. You gotta get your
up close
food.
and personal. I'm kind of scared of big animals like that.
Oh no, you gotta get used to it. If you gotta think about it. You're on the island for the rest of your life. You either taming these animals or eating some of them.
Who says that this deserted island is gonna have a bunch of animals?
Oh, that's so.
Because like, what do we think? There's just gonna be like giraffes roaming. Hey.
Well, I feel like a
Phil,
deserted
what's up?
island.
Like,
I feel like it'd be having like. I feel like now we're torturing ourselves. There's no food either.
Yeah, there's animals.
you think?
There's like
There's many animals we don't know about.
Animals like roaming.
I'm stepping in and saying one of the rules is there's animals.
There's like
I think that'd get eaten.
all of them.
Okay.
Chilling.
All right. Well, this actually has nothing
It's
to do
like
with
Jungle Book.
survival, but I'm going to go with chapstick because I cannot live a day without chapstick. It's not a world I want to live in. So if I'm on a deserted island, I want chapstick. So then I can have the stamina to go get like fish and stuff because at least like chap lips are the worst.
For my number 3, all right. So I have a truck. So I. That's,
have
You
a
got
rifle?
a truck and a
that's
hunting
3
rifle.
Go. Oh, I'm gonna
Pretty
be
good.
honest.
This is
I could do 70 years off
But the
those two.
truck-
I'm pretty good. Everything else will come to itself. But for number 3, I mean,
you can
we
use
just
the
being
truck
greedy
for like
now.
3 days until you run
3
out of
days.
gas.
The truck is your house. You
Yeah,
can
that's what I
sleep
mean.
in
You
there.
can use it inside, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm finna, and then run out of gas. I told you my plan. I'm gonna get gas. So I don't even know why we're saying run out of gas right now. My truck is gonna be
Okay.
literally there for the rest of my life.
You
On
could
an
use one of your
island?
items if you want. You could bring gas.
Nah, bro, because I'm gonna find the gas. I need stuff that I'm never gonna get again. Number 3. So like, how we get to this deserted island? We just wake up here one day, or like
Yes,
we're taken away?
you're just-
Oh.
you're just
you
there.
wake up.
All right, so
Why does that matter? You can. I told
Yeah,
you you could
'cause-
just bring whatever.
But maybe you have
No, that's the
parts.
thing.
It's like if it's like an airplane or something.
'Cause it's like,
didn't that happen in that book with all those boys?
oh, and they stayed there for a
Lord of
couple
the
years, uh-huh.
Flies.
Lord of the Flies.
Yeah,
they were in
you
like a
just wake
plane,
up on the
right?
island.
Yeah, I was thinking like, all right, so that's good because like I have memories of my past
I
life.
should not have to make this many rules about what would you bring to a
Because I
deserted
gotta know.
island.
Do I know my past life? Do I know how good like fast food is? I would bring,
Like Wilson, yeah.
and I would bring a. Can I bring a recipe book with like a custom recipe book though, like my PDFs? Like
Yeah.
I need a Cane's ingredient page. I need to make my own box combos. I need.
Well, this is. I feel like we're getting into. I feel like this is like too many items.
Ah,
in one,
okay, okay.
Right? I mean,
Let me just
Wait,
put
I
me
think
put
a
me on
recipe
recipe
book.
book. Put me on
recipe
recipe
book.
book.
But-
Okay.
How many chickens do you think? Like you think there's gonna be things to make fried chicken with? Like a
Yo,
fried chicken tender?
Trish.
You can make chicken, but
You
like
don't be watching the guys at 2 a.m. who make a pool in
Right, I
like the
don't.
middle of the forest. You think
No,
like
I know
you
actually
think-
you're
you think-
talking about.
You know, man made this
But a pool-
out of gravel. We got these cameras and these light kits out of nothing but some earth and soil and our bare feet.
this did not
Bare
come from earth and soil. Like a chicken tendy can't just magically come. from an
Recipe
island.
book. Now I'm cutting my own chickens.
I gotta think.
Ooh, what you got?
I don't know. I'm just gonna go with what's that thing that you take splinters out of? Oh my goodness, what is that? called?
Tweezers?
Tweezers. I'm gonna need a pair of tweezers because you get into a bind and tweezers can get you out of a lot of binds. So give me tweezers.
All right, I'm gonna get a drum kit. I need a drum kit.
That's good.
And all the animals just start like slowly coming up.
That's
and they hear a
good.
It's like, bro, I'm
And then
like
that's when
Tarzan.
the hunting rifle comes in.
They all watch it. Good. That's food for the next year, bro. Salt it up, put it in like a
If you have a
cave.
World War II
Put it like
rifle,
deep in the cave too, like make sure it stay frozen. Just
There's
and
no
now with my
freezer.
cookbook.
There's no freezer though. You can't keep them frozen. You gotta kill one day at a time.
Nah, man, you can preserve
No, you
for as long
with
as possible.
Salt. Do you have salt?
We can make salt. We're island Trish. Salt forms. We'll find it.
In the water.
You don't trust your survival skills. You're not ready for this
I get
national power
tweezers.
outage. You know all this finna go out soon.
I know.
We finna be back.
I'm not ready. You can't live without your phone. And you're like, I'm not ready.
Bro, trust
I
me.
can live just fine. I got my tweezers and my chapstick.
I got a
I'm
portable
chilling.
charger. I got my
okay.
phone will be good.
All right.
We will be
I'm
good.
trying to think. There was something that I was gonna say. What was I gonna say? Oh my gosh, I had it for the animals. Something for the animals. What was it? I don't know. I literally cannot think what I needed for my survival kit. Pepper spray? What do I need for my survival if I'm surviving on an island? I had this thing planned out in my head. Okay, if I'm sleeping, actually, give me a pillow. Yeah, give me a pillow. I know I'm going to be sleeping in a cave, but pillows make a difference. Yeah, give me a pillow.
Is it locked in pick?
Wait, actually, no. You said drums. This is what I was going to say. I've always wanted to learn how to play Pokemon, so give me some Pokemon cards.
Okay. That's valid.
It's like on my list of things to do when I retire. But if I'm stuck on a deserted island, you can play that alone, right? Or I can play with the animals that you kill. That'd be perfect.
Thanks.
All right,
I
David,
want 5.
Last pick. Yep.
Last pick, I'm gonna have to go with bug spray. All right, let's finish it out good here. Take some bug spray. So I'm drumming, I'm eating good.
But you can get in the water.
I don't got. Yeah, you get in the water, but like bugs still get on you. What, dude? Mosquitoes. We're talking about an island here, and
you get bit by mosquitoes at the beach.
Is this like a tropical island? Like, what are we talking about? Like,
I'd prefer a tropical island.
Yeah. So you're gonna trust me. You're gonna get bitten up by every single type of animal. You gonna have the gnats that like fly into your eye. Like, no, bug spray me.
This is a difficult one because do I want to choose like personal hygiene or do you want to choose living? Because I feel like I can make things to get the animals and to get food. Like I already picked a fishing rod. I'm good. I'll fish for the rest of my life. This is what I was going to pick. Okay, I'll pick it. I don't know if this is going to be vetoed, but like can I get a seed kit or something that I can have a bunch of different vegetable seeds from so like I can have some cucumbers, some tomatoes, like 2-in-1 type deal from like Home Depot or something that can just get dropped down from a helicopter or something. I feel like they did that on Mars.
I just feel like it's like multiple items in one item. Like it's cheating.
What did you pick? Did you pick the recipe book?
I got a cookbook, so if you are you just taking what are you taking? You're taking like
I just
seeds?
need the seeds. Like,
You're taking a compilation of seeds?
When it rains, I'll get the water.
Okay.
I'm
good with it. I'm good with seeds. I got cookbook.
All right, yeah, give me like vegetable seeds because then I love a good veggie. I'll be fine. Chapstick, oh my gosh, I'm set.
Now I do think you could have made your own pillow. I think you could have plucked some chicken feathers off and then
right.
You could have.
Well,
you
didn't pick pillow, so you're good.
What?
You didn't pick pillow, so you're good.
You ain't pick pillow? Oh yeah, you
did.
You switched it to Pokemon.
Oh yeah, you picked
You're
Pokemon
right.
cards.
I'm
saying
my problem was you were like I know I'm gonna sleep in a cave. Let me just get a pillow. I was like, why not just bring a bed?
It's too much to carry. I'm not that heavy.
But now you gotta think about it. The bed is unexposed.
And I don't need a bed. Actually, I can sleep on the floor just fine. You put me on this floor right now, I'm good. Like I'm not. I can sleep on this chair. I can really sleep anywhere. So you're honestly right. The pillow was just like for a little bit of comfort, but it's probably gonna get like gnats or something. You're actually right. I'm gonna have to throw it out. They'll eat that up. They'll all want to live in it because they have nowhere else to live.
I used to be on them survival pages, bro. I'm locked in. I'm ready. Like something goes down right now. I'm locked, loaded. I got my squad. We got the walkies and everything.
Squad, you're alone.
Trial like quest to New York. It would be like a tribute to New York. I'd walk all the way to New York.
You'd have to swim.
Outage right now. We know the rendezvous point. I can't let y'all know though, because that's some like top secret stuff.
All right, then I'll trust you to get me back to Jersey.
Just know, I'm like, trust me. Ain't the railroad? It's a railroad, but it ain't underground. We going. We flying. Amen.
Flying? All right. I'm going to ask you more questions about this later. Anyway, that's all we have for the Purple Room podcast. Be sure to vote for On the Clock at LSU Tiger TV's Instagram. But for now, I'm David Barthélemy.
She's David Barthélemy. I'm Patricia Caputo.
I am not David Barthélemy. Maybe, but I think he's David Barthélemy, and I'm pretty sure I'm Patricia Caputo. We'll see y'all next week.